The only way Nene's about to have this conversation is if my lips are perched and ready to kiss that big old ass. Hey, what's up? What's going on, everybody? You have now tuned into my Real Housewives of Atlanta recap. We are back. I feel like it's been a minute since I've done Real Housewives of Atlanta. The only thing that I hate about Real Housewives of Atlanta when I do these recaps is that they be like, it seems like the show lasts forever. Like, they be having a million episodes. Like, it's good and it's bad. You know what I mean? Because it's like, damn, I have to keep on talking all the time. But we'll see how many episodes they have. But I know they usually don't disappoint us. They be having, like, filler episodes where there's nothing they hardly even doing or talking about. And then they have the regular episodes. So we're going to see. Hopefully they have good substance in each and every episode. So with this one, we start off with Kandi and Todd. They had their restaurant up and running. So congratulations to them. They're doing their thing. It kind of seems like everything, like business is booming in the words of DJ Khaled. And they just, you know, ready to do their thing. Keep on getting these checks in. Kandi's about to have her little group escape on and popping again. So yeah, big things is definitely happening for them. Cynthia has her lake house and she's 50, she's gorgeous, she's single, and she's divorced as well. So she's still living life and she's still enjoying her 50th birthday, which passed on the reunion, but she's still celebrating. She says she's going to celebrate all year long. I mean, girl, some people don't even make it to 50, so why not celebrate? You know what I mean? There ain't no rules for nothing. I remember back in the days when I was a little bit younger and I was able to, every weekend I would turn up talking about it's Pisces birthday weekend every freaking weekend. Now I just want to get through my one weekend, you know what I'm saying? But I remember, at least I could go back and say, you know, I was able to do that. So it's definitely, it makes for good memories. Yeah, Nene came through and honey child, her little blonde hair was laid and slayed. You couldn't say nothing about that lady's hair. She made sure y'all wasn't gonna make no funny memes about her hair tonight, okay? She done involved, okay? She done got her nose fixed, she done got her teeth fixed, she done got everything that anybody ever complained about fixed. I mean, even my cousin was saying the other day how the girl even got her little body fixed. I never really noticed it, but now I was kind of looking like, okay, I see it's a little more sculpted. You know, it's a little bit more, you know, snatched. All right, so when they had a little conversation, Cynthia, she mentions that Kenya Moore is now married. So, you know, Nene's like, married to who? And don't nobody really know. I mean, she ain't, although Cynthia's supposed to be her bestie, she ain't invite Cynthia to the wedding. She ain't tell Cynthia about the man. Well, she kind of knew about him, but Cynthia didn't even know how long these two been together. She said, oh yeah, they've been together 8 months. And Nene's like, nah, it hasn't been 8 months. She's like, well, maybe 6. She's like, nah, it hasn't been 6. She's like, all right, well, maybe it's more like 4. She's like, okay, now we sounding more, a little bit more correct. You know what I mean? But when she arrived, because she didn't really tell her that Nene was going to be with, but she came through and she did kind of confirm that she is married to this guy, this baby. That's what she calls him, is baby. But I think somebody had revealed his name. I think it was something Daly. Something Daly. I don't remember what the first name was. Maybe Mark Daly or Mike Daly. Something like that. So Nene's like, she don't really understand how Cynthia's so ecstatic and excited about this whole thing and kikiing and laughing up with Kenya when Kenya didn't even like really tell her or invite her. She had to find out about all this through the blogs. I mean, I know if that's my close friend, I mean, we close like this. If we fake close, it don't really matter to me. But if we supposed to be real close, you want me to call you a bestie and all that? You ain't even gonna invite me or tell me about your wedding. Like, I don't feel a little funny, especially if I gotta find out when the rest of the world, the regular folks, find out. Something ain't right. So now Porsha, she's doing her own little podcast, giving people advice and things like that. She does it with her sister and one of her, I guess, is a close friend who's like their third person, and it seemed more like a comedy show because some of the advice she was giving didn't really make too much sense. I mean, the little snippet that they showed. They also talked privately about Phaedra and how Phaedra kind of like, you know, played her out or whatever. And she says that she feels like she was just like collateral damage because Phaedra just really wanted to get at Kandi and she used her in order to do it. I can't make excuses for nobody. I mean, at the end of the day, you use me to play some kind of, I mean, nah. Nobody could use me like that. You know what I mean? I mean, I probably would have been revealed it, you know, just because the way I am, like, I can't hold stuff in like that. You want to tell me, oh, but don't say it. No, I'm going to have to talk to you about this. I'm going to tell you where the source came from, unless it's like something super duper secretive. Like, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but something like this, I'd have had to be like, girl. So, Phaedra told me that you tried to... I'm sorry, but come on. Especially all those times that everybody's looking at you crazy. You gonna keep on going and keep on holding somebody else's secret. And the person's not even standing up or defending you at dinners when people's cursing you out. And you gonna keep on defending them to the fullest. Like, what are you, stupid? What are you, dumb? In the words of Remy Ma, you dumb? So Nene, she has a little boutique now, and Sheree goes to the boutique. Sheree was looking fabulous. Nene's looking fabulous, and they're cool again. So Sheree, though, she was throwing shade in the commentary, like, oh, yeah, I used to have a boutique, but it was a little more upscale, you know? I don't think she could hold a light to my old boutique. Like, girl, the key word is old and was, okay? You're saying stuff in the past tense. She has one now. How about you just try to rebuild yours so that you can talk about yours a little bit more? You know what I mean? Like, I just hate when people try to do that. Like, that's the same thing like when her and Kenya was having the house at the same time. Like, they going back and forth throwing shade at each other. Like, let somebody live. How about you congratulate them for real? Not congratulate them in person and then behind their back you're talking like crap about them. But yet you want to be the person who, yes, I let everybody know who's talking about who behind their back. But you're doing the exact opposite. Why didn't you say that to Nene? Like, oh, you know, girl, you got a boutique, but my boutique was better. Like, no, you didn't say that. You waited until you were in your little confessional by yourself to say what you had to say. Stuff like that, like, you don't get respect. You know what I mean? Like, if that was me, you don't get respect. Not over here, because you're fake, you're phony, and nah, we're not doing this. So anyways, they talk about Porsha and Phaedra, and Nene was like, Porsha is always talking negatively about her, and she feels like on Dish Nation, and she also feels like when she tried to give Porsha some type of advice, talking about, oh, you need to not put your hands on people. This was like about 2 years ago. Porsha didn't really accept it with open arms. She kind of like was like on some pushback type of thing. And she was like, oh, but what about when you choke somebody? So it's kind of like, and Nene didn't expect that kind of response. I mean, to be honest, so what? You know, you're going to make a big blow up because you're mad because you try to embarrass somebody and they kind of fired back. And even Sheree said it in her little commentary once again. She was like, the thing that she thinks about Nene is that Nene's so used to people just telling her yes, yes. And, you know, that's how it is a lot of times when you're the boss in certain situations or you make a lot of money and you have people that are working for you, a boss, pretty much. You're used to getting a lot of yeses. You're used to people agreeing with you and saying, yeah, I think you should do it like this. Yeah, you're right. You're a genius. This is an amazing idea. You know, they're kind of always cheering you on and making you feel like you're the best, even if you're not. And when you have opposition, you're like, wait, hold up, wait a minute. Like, she just told me no. Like, I'm trying to give her little motherly advice and she gonna tell me what about me? What do I have to do with anything? But at the end of the day, it's true. Maybe you've changed, but I mean, we just recently seen her get into something where she told somebody she hopes they get raped or something like that. And that was a big thing where she had to come out and apologize publicly. So she hasn't fully evolved. She's still the same Nene Leakes who will say crazy things. She just tries a little better to keep her hands to herself probably because she knows she can get sued. You know, when you have a certain amount of money, there's no more, oh, we're going to go fight in the street, you know, let's fight together. No, it's now I'm going for where it really hurts, which is your pockets. So I think that's what kind of calms her down a lot too. So Cynthia, she's having this 50 Shades of Grey party. I mean, 50 Shades of Grey. 50 Shades of Cynthia party. And it's pretty much everybody's going to be dressed up as her at different eras in her life. And Peter, she wants him to come through. She tells her daughter about it. And her daughter was like, well, maybe you should just call him instead of, because I think she said she texted him, but he didn't text her back. So she called him up and he was just like, well, you know, I can't come through because I have a lot of things to do. And it was just kind of like, you know, then she started doing the whole pity party, like, oh, you know, this is like the first time that you're not going to be here for a birthday. I just really kind of wanted you to be here. But, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah. Yeah, so that's it, you know. And it was just like kind of awkward and almost like in a sense where she was like begging for him to come through. And I just feel like even with the whole divorce thing, it's kind of like she initiated, she wanted it. But yet I feel like she wants her cake and she wants to eat it too. Like she wants to be this cool friend with him. But how can you be friends with somebody? I mean, I've seen it happen, but I don't know. Like, especially when it's so new. How can you be friends with somebody that you truly love? Like this man, he didn't want to let her go. He didn't want to do the divorce at the end of the day. But of course, his pride had to let him do what he had to do. But for him to have to see her looking amazing and living her life and just being happy, why would you want to do that? You know, I would stay far away from the person too. I wouldn't want to even be in the same room with them. I wouldn't even want to see them on TV. Like, turn that shit off. Like, I cut people off all the way because I don't want to see what they're doing. I don't want to know because knowing just kind of makes your mind act stupid and just makes you want to go on Facebook and start texting them or start, you know, doing something crazy. Maybe going and being in front of their house and looking in their window. You know, doing stupid... Maybe I'm saying too much and I'm just playing, you guys. I'm just playing. I'm not a stalker. But, you know, it makes you kind of do some crazy things. And for me personally, I just don't want to be involved in that. So I try to stay as far away as possible. And I've tried to do the friend thing with certain people and it kind of didn't work. It either interferes with future relationships or relationships that I'm currently having, or it can just kind of make you feel crappy about certain things, especially if you see them with somebody else. So it's like, nah, let me just, because then you get obsessed. It's like, nah, chill out with all that. And even her daughter was like, you know, I feel kind of like, her daughter was like, was that awkward? And she was like, well, you know, maybe you should have hung up a long time ago. And that's how I felt. Like, she should have just been like, are you coming through? He said no. Okay. And all right, well, great speaking to you. Enjoy. You know, that's it. Just kind of cut it off there. Not just, oh, you know, I'm about to get the sob story. I don't want to get there. Like, no, girl, you're doing too much. Don't show weakness. You got to put on that face, girl. You know? So, all right. So then they have the party. And I must say, Kandi, to me, when I saw her come through, like, everybody had their little looks. And they put them side by side to the original Cynthia Bailey look that they were inspired by. And Kandi, hands down, she did the best to me. Like I said that before they even did their little walkthrough. They had like a little walkthrough for all the ladies. And Kandi ended up getting a little like award for her Cynthia Bailey inspired look, which was amazing. Porsha came through with RHOA, and she was being like super duper fake and phony. I'm just like, I mean, I understand, like, she came through like, hey, you know, she said, hey, Nene, even though you know you and Nene's having problems. She came and hugged Kandi like they were besties, and even Kandi, after it happened, she was like, wait, what am I doing? Like, why am I hugging her? We're not friends, you know? And I guess she just got caught up in the moment real quick, and you don't want to make people look bad, but I don't know, like, I just kind of like, if I kind of think back to moments like that, I think of, who do I think of? Like, there was a scene in Basketball Wives where there was something like that, where the two of them, they just kind of would like, no, like, I'm not going to be fake and I'm not going to be phony. And that's how I kind of felt like they should have been. You know, if that was me coming into a party with all these females and it's just like, you know that you're not cool with certain people, then it's like, sorry, I was looking at a Instagram post that just came in. Then it's, let me not lose my train of thought. Yeah, it's like, I wouldn't be like, oh my God, like, I'll be the one to like just kind of be quiet. I mean, yeah, I guess it's kind of respectful to not like let the tension be shown, but I don't care at the end of the day. I don't like being fake. And if I don't like somebody, I'm just going to kind of be like, maybe I'll smile. You know, that's probably as much as you'll get from me, to be honest. Yeah, so Porsha, I just kind of felt like she was just being a little bit over the top or whatever. And of course, Messy Sheree, she kind of feels like it was a good idea to bring Nene and Porsha together, and it wasn't a good idea. She ends up bringing them together, and Nene just came off like with a stink attitude from the jump, and she just kind of wasn't here for any of it. And Porsha was kind of, I gotta get Phaedra out of my head. Porsha was kind of like, let's talk about 3 weeks ago when you tried to get me fired from my job. And Nene was like not trying to talk about it. She's like, no, if we're going to talk, we got to go all the way back to the beginning of why this whole friendship ended, why the door closed. And she's like, no, but let's talk about 3 weeks ago. She's like, no, I don't know anything about, like, she was just acting like real childish. And I'm like, Nene, girl, you still the same person. You ain't never changed, girl. But we're here for the entertainment purposes. All right? But yeah, Nene, pretty much nothing got resolved there. And I like the fact that Portia's standing up for herself. I mean, she should have done this a long time ago, but I guess you got to be her fake friend for her to be able to kind of stand up for you, or maybe somebody who's wealthy, or she got some kind of interest in somehow, some way. Because I feel like maybe that's what it was with her and Phaedra, you know? But yeah, that's pretty much it for that episode. So we'll see what happens. Guys, make sure you check my main channel for my Love and Hip Hops. I moved it over there for right now. Love and Hip Hop New York is over there. So yeah, definitely check it out, you guys. And you know, we're back over here on Wednesday for Empire. And we're going to maybe add Tamar and Vince. I'm going to see how that first episode is, and we may just put it on here, okay? So be on the lookout. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to stay fabulous, live free, and soar limitless. I'll see you on the next one, because we back.